The NHL regular season is fast approaching, and what better way to kick it off than to rank the 10 best centers. At number 10 is Tage Thompson. The former first-round pick was traded to Buffalo as part of the Ryan O'Reilly trade, and it's really starting to pay dividends. Thompson followed up his solid 21-22 season with an explosive 22-23 that brought home 47 goals and 47 apples. His silky mitts and smooth skating in a 6'6" frame has shades of one of the greats. As dominant as his offense has become, he is still a defensive liability. If he can leverage his size and speed into a two-way game, then the sky is the limit. At number 9 is Jack Eichel. After recovering from his oft-debated and drawn-out neck surgery, Jack Eichel is finally becoming the guy that we thought he could be. He elevated his game in the playoffs en route to a Stanley Cup and paired his offensive prowess with the newfound level of defensive play that I doubt many saw coming. With the monkey off his back, he can continue developing into a two-way force. At number 8 is Brayden Point. Point is coming hot off of his first 50-goal season and will center one of the best playmakers in the league, Nikita Kucherov. Point's 18-19 and more recent 22-23 seasons stand out among a bunch of good but not great seasons. For this reason, it's hard for me to predict that he'll repeat what he did last season. That said, a 51-goal season is enough to make the list, and we'll see if he can hold that spot. At number 7 is Elias Pettersson, otherwise known as Petey. You can call last season his breakout, but Canucks fans have been singing his praise from the mountaintops for a very long time. Not only did Petey put up by far his highest point total at 102, he also finished 7th in Selke voting with elite defensive play. Now that good guy Patrice has allowed other players to compete for the Selke, Pettersson should be one of the favorites to take home the award. At number 6 is Auston Matthews. Matthews played 74 games last season, his most since his rookie year. His collection of nagging injuries is starting to be reminiscent of another talented center. When fully healthy, his skill is undeniable, and that's a large part of what keeps him ranked this high. I'm expecting him to play closer to his 21-22 season this year than he did last year. If he can step up his mediocre postseason play, then he might be able to break the Leafs' curse. At number 5 is Sidney Crosby. Sid the Kid now has gray hair and his game is aging like a fine wine. A step slower than his younger years, sure, but make no mistake, Sidney Crosby has not declined. He has evolved. Crosby put up 93 points last season in his first 82-game season in 5 years. He then followed that up with his first full off-season rest since his rookie year in 05-06. Combine that with a new GM that has quickly rebuilt the roster and a shiny new Erik Karlsson to run the power play with him, I expect big things from the kid this year. At number 4 is Jack Hughes. After an encouraging but shortened 21-22 season, Hughes really had his coming out party in 22-23 to the tune of 43 goals and 66 assists. This season is his chance to cement his name on the short list. Hughes is looking back at the 2020 naysayers of his 8x8 contract with a smug grin. He is now one of the best contract values in the league. And for those keeping score, his $64 million contract adds up to about 26,778,242 bottles of Gato. Not bad. At number 3 is Leon Draisaitl. Gone are the days of people saying that Draisaitl is only a product of McDavid. Yes, he gets a large boost on the power play, but he would still be the top line center on just about any other team. Staying at or above a 110-point pace for 4 straight seasons, Draisaitl has been a bill of consistency for the Oilers. Also a menace when it counts, Draisaitl has been absolutely dominant in the playoffs the last 2 years with 50 points in 28 games. Then add to that he happens to also possess the silkiest backhand pass in the league. He's German engineering at its finest. At number 2 is Nathan MacKinnon. A first-round exit isn't what Colorado envisioned after lifting the cup a year prior. but that doesn't detract from the 111 points that MacKinnon put up in a mere 71 games. In the 17-18 season, MacKinnon found an extra gear in his game and he hasn't looked back since then. It feels like he's been in the league for eons, but he is still only 28 years old, and it's not crazy to think that he might get even better. At number 1 is Connor McDavid, and who else could it be? Despite another disappointing playoff run by the Oilers, McDavid still put up a legendary season. His 64 goals and 89 assists for 153 points puts him in rare company. In training camp, McDavid has been skating with a familiar face, his Erie Otters teammate Connor Brown. Brown had this to say about McDavid. I think obviously, from the time when I played with him when he was 17 years old until now, it's a world of difference. His skill level, the pace he does everything at, and just his overall ability has skyrocketed. While I do expect McDavid's career-high shooting percentage of 18.2 to come down just a tad, I expect even more that he will add some new hardware to his already overstuffed trophy case. There are quite a few centers that could break into this list as the season goes on. Tell me in the comments who you think I ranked too high, or who you think should be on the list. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I will be uploading regularly throughout the season.